Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 1986 minibot Autobot Swerve. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. We can also have a look at the original owner of the mold and have a comparison between them two. We can then see some other figures that have been released down the Generations toy line of Swerve to see how he's changed, and we can also have a look at two of the craziest variants that I've managed to find, including an original vintage IGA version and a newer oversized Russian KO version of him as well. So as you can see, lots to get through with this today. And before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not a subscriber to this channel, if they'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me and this channel out. So let's get started. Here it is, 1986, super cute, super fun, little minibot Swerve. So its alternate mode is obviously like a four-wheel drive pickup truck, but it's not one that you can particularly put your finger on and say exactly what it is. Things to be aware of if you have to one yourself, because it is a vintage toy, is corrosion here in these particular wheels, because that is metal, the chrome fade on the grille at the front. And just, I suppose, overall with these, it will be things like loose joints. As you can see with this, the arms are coming out sort of all by themselves. And it's just a really basic, lovely little figure. Now, the transformation process is super simple. We would just literally fold the legs out and pull the arms out. As you can see, we've got the robot mode already there. So let's have a quick look at that. Again, it is super basic. I suppose you can call this articulation because you can turn the arms up and down. There's a bit of mold detailing on the fact that he may have some fingers there, so it's a bit like a fist. We've got some stickers on the front. Without the stickers, it does look incredibly bland and boring. We've got the Autobot faction there. So again, you need to be aware of the chrome that is on this particular part, because that's the main part of his legs. The main difference between this and his original 1984 mold usage of gears is, of course, the face sculpt. So this is the fact that he's got, can we make it focus, just a little bit of a face inside there, whereas gears, which you can see here, didn't. Gears just had a more robotic sort of face, and it's a slight different chest as well. So in robot mode, they were a little bit different. You can see it's still basically the same mold though. Robot mode is where they change the most. If we get the alternate mode and put the two up, there's not much difference just in his toes. You can see that it's far more similar than what it is. So they did this with all of the 86 minibots apart from Wheelie. So all of the minibots that were released in 86 were retools and redecos of some of the original 1984 minibots. Now I'm going to briefly show you this, but I am going to give this guy a video of his own, because this is just, I just think it's insane, and I just love this whole story. So what we have here, this is the IGA version. So IGA is the Mexican variant. So this was released a year later. This came out in 1987 in Mexico, and there's only one way I can really describe this. What they did was they literally took the gears mold and they painted it in Swerve colours, because when I turn this up, well, first and foremost, you can see that on the back we've got the same detail in there, obviously on the legs, and then of course when we look underneath, you've got Gears' face. It's just painted with Swerve colours. It's absolutely crazy. I don't really know what to say about it. It's one of these figures that I suppose never should have happened, never should have really left the factory, but these were packed and carded on the normal Swerve cards and released. So yeah, they did make it out, and it's a legitimate figure, as I say, 1987 release, like so. I'm going to very briefly show you some of the other Swerve figures that have came out through the Generations toy line. There was an alternators version of him, which I've typically got in storage, came out in 2004, but there was a GDO version of him, which is this guy. And again, poor old Swerve, he just uses other molds, doesn't he? This is, of course, used the Generations cup mold. They've just again gone with the Swerve colours. So yeah, he doesn't even get his own mold later on. There's then this, in fact, I'll keep that there. We've then had the Thrilling 30 version of him, which is this, and of course this is more of an IDW take on him, and this was released in 2014. And again, unfortunately, this is just a redeco and slight retool of the gears mold. So that's pretty much all that we've got of him, as in different molds, excuse me. Since the original, we have had the minibot actually reissued a few times with a different face, but that's just the same mold as that. One more briefly to show you before we have a quick look at the carded variant, which is a very clever reseal by my friend Tim Banerjee, is this one. This is a newer figure. This is a crazy oversized Russian KO I've found of this particular figure as well. And as you can see, it's pretty much, it is the same mold, just again oversized, and it's definitely Swerve because it's got the cutout there for his head. One last thing to say, and I've managed to make a minibot video last over 6 minutes, is let's have a quick look at this. Now this again is a very, very clever reseal from a very clever man called Tim Banerjee. This is how he was originally packed. This is an original bubble, original figure, and it did come with the offer at the back, the free inside reflective iron-on patch, which he's even managed to find and seal inside. If we spin it around, we've got the 1985 battle scene, which has got the Dinobots, Jetfire and the Insecticons on. We've got the instructions for the transformation process, which is very simple. We've got the tech spec there, and of course there is the write-up for him. I'm going to say, if you want to read that now, you can pause it and read it for yourself. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this up. Again, crazy little figure, loads of lovely little different versions of him. We do await a newer, more updated version. Maybe we'll get one in Legacy, but for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed looking at him. I hope it brought back some nice memories for you, and let me know what you think. Did you have him? Is he one that you want for your collection? Did this video help in any way? And of course, please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.